Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? Lewis in the building. What you telling me, fam?
Yo, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. It's been a great weekend, bro. It's been lovely watching the parade get just neutered down a little bit. It's been lovely walking around West London in this PSG shirt and having Arsenal fans staring into shop windows. It's been brilliant, bro. Hope you're all good, man. Day 324 is your world champions. And make sure you lot hit the likes if your name's on the back of this, innit? As long as your name's on the back of this. Love my G's. Big up, because apparently we can't cook Arsenal. We can't say anything bad about them because they still won the league. We can't mock the Champions League final now, apparently, because they won the league. That's the narrative that I've been hearing over the last 2 days. It doesn't matter. Now, it's the Champions League is irrelevant. It's easy to just throw that trophy into the bin. It's a Carabao, basically.
Brother, Manchester United, yeah, I think we got to 3 Champions League finals in 4 years, yeah. Lost 2 of them, yeah, and nobody let us off, blood. No one said, oh, it's all right for Man United to lose. Like, no one said that. So,
I also think that's the case. Do you want to know why? Because they haven't been here before.
But that's what I mean. Like, when we was losing to the equivalent of PSG at the time, probably a better team than the current PSG, no one was saying, oh, Rants, it's all right to lose to Barcelona. No one was saying that. Man still had to hold corn, bro, for losing.
And you know what the maddest thing is? You would have accepted that at the time. Because you'd have thought, yes, we still could have won the Champions League. We still could have had another double. You could have had back-to-back doubles. But you respect the competition. The Arsenal fans will never respect the competitions that their teams haven't won. That's why it's so easy for them as a hive mind to now just ultimately devalue the competition. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I have to go to Aston Villa away and hear them talk about where's your European Cup. Yeah, I got Nottingham Forest fans giving me shit about my European heritage and I can't say nothing to them. Yeah, Ipswich could ask me, where's Europa League? And I don't have a response to them. But, it's cool. It's cool. We won the league. Losing the Champions League doesn't mean nothing. Saka stinking up another final doesn't mean nothing. Meanwhile, they're all trying to scapegoat Noni Madueke just for not taking a penalty. But it doesn't mean nothing.
Brother, it means everything. You know them ones there. At the end of the day, them man have to hold corn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bare people have been going mad. Obviously saying that man was shook to stick it on Turkish yesterday. You know them ones. Needless to say, my invite on the show never came. Like I told you, it wasn't coming. And this is the reality, bro. Man can't be shook to stick it on Arsenal fans right now because, bro, they've been the loudest in the room all season. So what? And they lose, a man can't give them corn. Nah, bro. You see the same hell, yeah, that you would have given us if you won? We're going to give you that because you lost.
Yeah, because that's what they told us. They told us this one gets rid of all of the biases and all of the narratives against Arsenal. If we win this, then what? That's what the narrative was. You didn't. And you want to tell me, so what now? There's no so what about it. You know this one hurt. You could see it in the eyes of some of those players. Gabriel was really trying. He ain't going to get involved in that, and I don't blame him. You've just missed a decisive penalty for your club in a Champions League final. You're not going to want to be like jiving and celebrating and drinking. You might want to drink, to be fair, but you don't want to be like celebrating 24 hours after that. That's a big-ass aura gamble, and you failed. Like,
it's a massive aura gamble, bro. But this is what I was saying. Like man said already, yeah, them man having to celebrate the league, yeah, after losing the Champions League final is literally it's like going, yeah, to have a wedding, yeah, or your child is born, yeah, but the day before your child is born, your dog dies. Like, it's one of them one. Like, it's meant to be the happiest day of man's life, bro. And my dog died the day before. Got man feeling like John Wick and that. This is exactly what it is. These men were broken. You can see them man on the bus. Didn't want to smile. They were hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? A man had to just try to style it out. And then I'm loving all these videos that are popping up on social media of all the fake people that infiltrated that parade. Them man lying about the numbers, about 1.5 million.
You go.
lying about 1.5 million. They want 1.5 million there, and half of them man didn't even support your team.
Bro, I saw United fans. I saw a woman I literally woke up and saw a video from a woman that was being interviewed, and she's like, "I'm a Chelsea fan." Wearing the 22-23 Arsenal shirt. I thought, what?
Broski.
Our lot.
Brother, I told you, the man them in London are miserable, fam. I'm telling you, they just wanted a day out. Bare man just copped shirts the day before. Do you know what I'm saying? Bare local residents were just outside. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's not even real, blood. Bare these things. Hey, brother, did you see? Right? Please tell me you saw, the thing with the girl when man kept going up to the girls and asking them who their favorite players were and throwing out players that don't exist.
I support the Gunners. Huh?
Bro, them London man thought it was Carney, bro. The Arsenal shirt is the new trap star shirt now, blood. Man, them are just wearing it, bro.
Bro, I saw said Matisse was there. I saw someone brought up like pictures of Flamini. And like they're like, who's this? Who's this? Oh, it's Zubamendi, mate. All right, man. All right.
Brother, a man said Matisse was there, bro. Listen, I'll be real. It's crazy work. Them man are like, we're the culture club. No one can't do it like us. Brother, listen, the streets are saying it was about 700K, blood. You know them ones. And about 200 of them were just man them that were trying to catch a wine, blood. You know them.
That was it. It was cleanup crew. That's what half the parade was. And like, bro, okay, cool. You couldn't go to a club. You couldn't go to a bar. You couldn't go to a rave. You man actually had to pretend to be gooners. Maybe it just says more about the game with some men in London, because if you don't have to beg it, then that says more about you. But yo, another narrative, this whole shit about London being shut down. I promise you, West London was a normal Sunday night. West London was so peaceful. Like you did see Arsenal shirts coming to and from, but like there was only a few. I saw more on the Saturday before the Champions League final. And then afterwards, all I got was just straight racism for 24 hours straight. From the culture club, it was fucking hilarious. I've never been told to go back to where I've come from on the street so many times in my life. I've never had so many N-bombs in my comment section. Not even after Chelsea losses. Not even when I'm getting cooked by my own fan base over certain takes. No, it came from when the Arsenal lost the Champions League final. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I've had honestly
close friends calling me the N-word over this, but so apparently doesn't matter.
For me, it's the best possible scenario, innit? You know them ones. Because, bro, like, man's got a special hatred for them. You know them ones. And I see Turkish say the same thing about United, and it's true. Like, we ruined them man's childhood. So them man hate us with a passion, and the feeling is mutual. 100%. It's a mutual feeling. I can't stand when rival fans want me to like their football club. It's like, bro, I embrace the hate because it works both ways. I don't expect you to like my football club. I don't expect it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't expect it, bro. So it's one of them ones where out of all the Premier League rivalries, and I state Premier League, from the start of the Premier League, 92 onwards, there is not a bigger hatred between two clubs than Man United and Arsenal. It doesn't exist.
For two teams that are as far away from each other as Arsenal and Man United, I completely hear it.
Yeah,
because it's basically a derby that's not a derby.
That's what I'm saying. So, because of that, don't come over here and expect man to say nice things about your club, because it's not going to happen, blood. I'll be honest. And then on top of that, the thing is with me, I'm balanced when I need to be balanced. But you man talk way too wicked for a team that ain't done nothing. This is my problem. Man are talking real wicked. Bro, and then all of a sudden you lose a final and no one can't say nothing to you. Why not?
It's because, again, they haven't been here before. This is the first time they've seen Arsenal, for a lot of people to see Arsenal win a major in their entire lifetimes. They haven't been here before. They haven't experienced even the heights of being in a Champions League final. They think just being in the final is the achievement. That's why they're now telling you, don't worry, guys, we're going to be back here next year. We're going to be back here again soon. How do you know that? Bayern ain't been back since 2020. Barca ain't been back since 2015. I ain't been back since 2021. Man City ain't been back since 2023.
I'll do you one better, Lewis. I'll do you one better. They've never retained the Premier League they had 20 years between Champions League finals. So, and then on top of that, the Premier League has been won by 3 different teams in the last 3 years. So the law of averages means that they're not winning the league and they're definitely not going to be in the Champions League next season. That's the law of averages. So to talk with so much vim, like, yeah, we're definitely back here next. Brother, how do you know? When Liverpool won the league under Slot and then spent 400 million, everyone thought they would be back the following year. They finished 5th.
No, but have you heard their idea of it? Here's their law of averages. Second, first, quarter elimination, semi-elimination, final elimination, and that now magically means the next year they're going to win the Champions League. Because it's a story. It's a story. It's a fairy tale. And like
they're gonna get that idiot. They're gonna get that easy run of games next season again. I don't think so.
You have to finish top in your league next season. Are you going to be running your players into the ground for another season after a World Cup year? I'll be there for that. We'll be there for that. Because we just seen you against a tired PSG side play horrible football for the best part of 120 minutes.
Brother, this law of averages 100% applies. PSG were in back-to-back finals because they're hands down the best team in Europe. Arsenal aren't the best team in Europe.
And they rotate massively levels better than Arsenal ever do. That's why they treat League One games like Carabao Cup matches. They'll just rotate for the fun of it. Dembele will get like under 1,000 minutes for 7 months of the season. Oh, don't even get me started on that bitch admin, by the way, bruv. He's the only brother to congratulate Arsenal for the Premier League title win. And you're the Chelsea admin. Sack him. Sack him.
Who did?
The Chelsea admin. He put that tweet out at full time about go visit London's home of trophies with the Champions League trophy. I thought, all right, cool, you're cooking. Nice, great. And then on Sunday, and then a few hours later, they quote tweeted their own tweet saying, we should have got a red card for that one as well. But in all serious, congratulations on your Premier League trophy. And we hope to resume the battle again next season. You cuck.
That idiot.
Cuck. You're the only one to congratulate them. And you're my admin. Leave. You're done. You should already be gone now. The tweet's still up and it's still a disgrace.
Trust me, bro. It's fire for them, man, there, bro. It's fire. I can't lie. That's why it was sensational, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to next season. Liverpool fans, I can't lie. They'll be looking forward to next season, yeah? Through gritted teeth. Do you know what I mean? So will Chelsea fans because they want to see what Alonso's doing. That, bro, that even Tottenham got the Zerbi, bro. Next season, I can't lie. There's a lot of good things going on, bro. I think it's going to be an interesting season. Do you know what I'm saying? And United, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to next season like I've never looked forward to a season in a long time.
Yeah, you're going to be... I've got a big question mark on next season. I'm not letting anything change my mind until I see what the window's saying. I'm going to stick with that. But these lot ain't winning the league again. Because I think if we don't strengthen, other teams are. Man City are not going to allow themselves to go 3 years without a league title.
Bro, Man City are going to... Man City have a good manager. I think, man, out of all the teams that have new managers, Man City have the least amount of adjustment to make. Like, Spurs have to make a bigger adjustment going from the managers they've had to De Zerbi. You lot to Alonso is a big adjustment. Liverpool, IRAOLA is a big adjustment. Maresca to City is not a big adjustment at all. No. Do you know what I mean? He'll step in and he'll continue to do what Pep was doing anyway. And if anything, I think some players that weren't really getting on under Pep will get on under IRAOLA.
And he's plays.
I mean, not IRAOLA, under Maresca.
And his philosophy has the same fundamentals that helped them win the treble. So it will be very easy for that squad to buy in. Like, people have told me they're not going to respect Maresca. Brother, he was there for a season and was assistant manager in training sessions with them when they won the treble for a whole season. There's going to be a level of respect there. So they will buy in. And he has shown he's gone to other clubs and strengthened them, and they've all got weaker since he's left. Leicester's in League One right now. We finished 10th. You were in a title race with him. So they'll buy in. They'll be back again next season. Liverpool, I'm not so sure about. Depends on if they buy into IRAOLA. You guys, as long as you have a good window, you're going to be up there as well. And like we can say, you won the league Fair enough. I hear all of that. Two things can be correct. You're the worst team I've ever seen to win the league. And you lot winning the league is an indictment on how crap everybody else has been this season as well. And it's not going to be like that again next season because you didn't walk this league like that. You would have got over 90 points if that was the case.
Yeah, but we've seen that, bro. And this is what I kept saying to them. The two times, yeah, that man had to beat Manchester City, they didn't beat them. They lost in the cup final and then they lost in the league game as well, bro. So really and truly, and I swear, I think they lost to Liverpool this season as well.
Score against Liverpool.
Like, brother, I think we done the double over Liverpool. Like, bro, in the games against the bigger teams, yeah, Arsenal weren't even that good this season. So, hold on, didn't they draw with you lot as well?
They drew with us in the first game and we lost in the second game, but we just kept getting red cards.
That's what I mean, bro. They weren't even that good, bro, against the bigger teams, bro.
10-man Chelsea was beating their ass at the Emirates. This was fucking Reds.
I'll be real. They're not winning the league next season. Not only are they not winning the league, yeah, but, brother, listen, I want to see an almighty fall off. That's what I want to see because, bro, that fan base needs a real humbling, you know. Proper pagans.
He won't even do anything, but I just want to see him suffer. They won't even humble them, but I'll be there for it regardless.
No, it will humble them, bro. I'll be honest, because them man chat so much shit, yeah, that they won't be able to come back from it.
Yeah, but like, bro, we've seen these men finish 8th and they still talk their nonsense. That's why I'm not hearing this narrative now about, oh, I don't want to hear nothing about the champs because now we're league champions. My brother,
yeah, but this is why.
Shit for 20
this
years
is why them man, I'm gonna make sure that they hold their lashes, yeah, every single day until the season starts back. Because the same way these men would have been unbearable, yeah, if they'd won, I'm going to be unbearable, blood. Because man, I'm going to remind you, man, how shit you are all the time, bro. Because man, I forgot. The man are talking wicked. Man are not hearing none of that. What's that, the 5th Premier League or 4th? Which one is it? 4?
Premier Leagues, it'll be 4. It'll be 4.
4.
Still less than us.
Your 4th Prem. And you're talking like that. Wicked. Crazy.
They think because of one trophy, the whole bottle job narrative is gone. It does not work like that. You don't win one trophy or one league in 6 years and you suddenly lose the bottle job tag. You can get a little bit more respect because you got to the top of the mountain. That does not mean you're not bottle jobs anymore. The Spursy narrative didn't die just because they won a Europa. You are still Spursy. You lot are still bottle jobs until you prove that you can be serial winners. This is why Man City can't get called perennial bottle jobs. You can make the argument if they bottled it over one season, but they're serial winners. You cannot call them bottle jobs.
This is the wickedest thing. This thing here. Man said they ran Pep out the league. Pep won more trophies than you this season.
They couldn't even beat Pep on the way out. It's a maddest thing.
Not only did Pep win more trophies than you this season, yeah, but the fact that Man City fans are looking at this season as a failure, yeah, and he won 2 trophies, that's where you want to be. That's exactly where you want to be. I can't lie, bro, because they were pissed with this season, bro. I'll take the season that Man City had this season next season right now.
I would have taken it right now too.
And 2 trophies right now.
I'm taking that shit. I remember being there in 06-07 in my first season watching Chelsea, and all of the Chelsea fans around me were telling me this is still a failure of a season. And they were bringing me up to the standards of the club. Roman only takes Prems and Champs. 2 domestics is lovely and everything, but it wasn't our target this season. Our targets were the Prem and the Champions League, and we failed on that account. It's just a perfect thing to fall back on. Cool. I understand that. We're having the argument on back again about it, like because of City's trophy parade. The only reason why they even had that parade was because of Pep's farewell.
How many Peps did
parade?
How many Premier Leagues did Pep win?
6.
So Pep won more Premier Leagues than Arsenal have won, yeah, since the league started, but you ran him out the league.
That's the narrative. And also got a champs. Right.
A man done a 4-peat and a treble, and you've never even done a back-to-back, but you ran Pep out the league. I can't lie, bro. Whatever psych meds them man are on, they need to double the dose, blood. I'm telling you, because these men are not serious. And this is what I mean about the wickedness talk. This is why man have to hold the lashes.
Yeah, because they told us like they felt like they could compete against PSG. Tell me why you had the worst possession average for a team in Champions League final history since
All right, let's not
records
forget.
began.
And let's not forget they broke their own record as well.
Which one? Which one?
Because they had the record before. For the game against Barcelona. They broke their own record.
Oh, I did. Wait, 06 had less possession than Munich 2012 as well.
Brother, they went from 27% to 24%.
No, I didn't know that. That is insane. That is fucking insane. What do you mean? Like even Munich 2012, who were doing the most haram ball I'd ever watched in my life at that point. That's record breakers.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, truth is saying this is the way that we lose.
That's how to lose, blood. You would know, blood. You man have lost enough times. You would know how to lose. You know them ones. They're the pluckiest losers in fucking Premier League history, Arsenal.
Man, them said they went down swinging. Where was the swinging? Where was the punches? There was no punches being thrown. You just had your guard up, and you still got hit.
Brother, but this is what I'm saying. And you know what? One thing I won't be a part of is people saying that Arsenal should have played a different way, because they shouldn't have played a different way. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they had to play to their strengths, and they don't have any strengths on the ball. So they absolutely had to play to their strengths. I'm okay with that. My issue, was man blaming a referee that kept them in the game. The ref is the reason why the game was competitive, bro. Because if the ref disallows their goal for a handball, then gives the penalty for the Saka handball, and then they're 1-0 down and they have to come out and play, and then they send off Mascara for the tackle, all of a sudden, man are 2-0 down minimum with 10 men, and you're getting smoked. That's what happens in the game. So for man to try to turn around and say that the ref screwed them, bro, when in fact the referee and the officiating is the only reason why the game was close on paper, is crazy to me. How can you blame the ref?
It's Arsenal fans in general, but the fact that they're even trying to call that Madueke situation a penalty says a lot about the agendas, because both of them are grabbing each other. I don't know how you're calling a pen when they're both fouling each other in the same movement. It clearly isn't a penalty in that case. And then the other complaints are Mascara getting a yellow for time wasting, which is like in the rules. And then the corner not being given for them in the first half. Like you lot were time wasting. You were rotating 3-4 players for a throw-in, and the ref had enough of it. You just weren't good enough. Because the way you played was the way you had to play, because your attack is shit. Bukayo Saka didn't turn up in another final. You ended with a Gyökeres, Martinelli, and Madueke front three. In what planet is that meant to be winning a Champions League? You faced a PSG side that at the end of the game had no Vara, had no Marquinhos, had no Dembele, had no Fabian Ruiz. And you still couldn't put them to bed. That's on you. That's on you. When we played PSG, we ripped the shit out of them, and that was their strongest 11. What's your excuse? Because we showed that there was a method to beating them. And they still had chances on our goal. We just saved all of them. You lot, you just ain't got the facilities for that, because you ain't got the midfield that's progressive enough, and you ain't got the killer forwards. My forwards might not be killers now, but they were killers then. And that's all that matters for me.
I hear it.
Oh, yeah, and no Vitinha, even worse.
Mad thing. You lot, you already know what time it is. 600 likes is the target. What are you making of this IRAOLA here we go thing now, bro? Obviously, Liverpool fans are happy that Arne Slot has left, but I don't know, man. It's an interesting one, because I know some of the Man United fan base, Man United fan base wanted IRAOLA. I didn't. I'm not really fussed that he's gone to Liverpool. What are you making of the appointment?
I think it's smart on his end that he didn't rush anything, because he could have just been at Crystal Palace right now if he had just taken like the best offer that was there for him at the time. But he's waited it out, and he's found himself a good step up to what he was doing at Bournemouth. So big up to him for that. But now he's got to get the players to buy into his system. And now we got to see if he can handle that system in multiple games. I know he plays a very high energy system, and first off, the Liverpool team isn't really used to that right now because of the lack of
They got a big
intensity
change
in
of the
training.
squad, man. I can't lie. Their squad's not built to play the football he wants to play, bro.
Yeah, so it's getting up to FSG if they strengthen too. It's a bit similar to Chelsea, except they still have a much better base to work with than what we're doing right now. But it's a good move for him. And I guess
it's a great move for him. Do you know what I mean? It's a great move for him.
Yeah,
I assume they'll give him time as well.
The Liverpool fans will like that style. So I think they'll take to him relatively quickly too. But I think they'll need to be a bit patient with him at the start because
I think it will take him a couple seasons to be able to do what he wants to do. But that's what I said to my boy when I spoke to him earlier. I said, one thing Liverpool won't be next season is boring. That doesn't mean that you'll be good though. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be entertaining with that manager because he does take risks, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But that's not a team that I'm worried about next season, if I'm completely honest. But I think stylistically, the Liverpool fans they're gonna enjoy what they see, innit?
Yeah, stylistically, like it will feel a bit more Klopp-esque, which will probably get them to buy in a little bit more.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of turnovers they have to deal with and a lot of leaders that they've lost in that dressing room. So if they need to still have themselves a good window past this, but I guess it's the best move out there for Liverpool, who's available right now, I guess.
I hear it. Hey guys, man said the Konate and Real Madrid have reached a preliminary agreement. That's not news though. Like, brother, Konate was always going there. I can't lie. The way he snake Liverpool, wavy. Can't lie.
Yeah,
snake them.
Like,
you know the ones. When I saw that,
ever be joining us, not with the wages that he's on. He's already on the cap for us for our wage structure already, so we're never gonna end up pulling him.
So what? So what? You don't? They're saying that you inquired about him, but there's no chance.
Now they can. It's inquiry hype. I remember when we inquired about Semenyo for the sake of inquiring about Semenyo. That's what it felt like. You look at his wages. You look at the fact that Bayern and Barcelona and Real Madrid are all interested, and you know the wages that they're likely going to offer. What's the point? He's already won the league here. He might have won 2 league titles here. What's the point? He's just got nothing to prove in England. He's won every English trophy, in fact. You're not going to join me for the same wage that you're on at Liverpool. I can't even bring you UCL football. This is what it is.
That's actually true. That's actually true. I didn't even think about it like that. So, yeah, it's mad, bro.
We've been too used to being burned with transfer rumors. That's the thing. Like, big-ish names, they don't even move me like that. Because I just don't believe this club moves with the intent for the big names. They want to make the big name. They want to get them before they become the big name. That's why all this talk about experience. I will see. Show me the window first, and then I'll judge who comes in. I'm not going to tell people that we're going to go in for big names because they've lied to us every single summer about it. All right, man.
No, I hear it. Is there any indication where Alonso's going to look to strengthen?
All we've really heard is about people staying. Like yesterday, we heard Josh Achimpong is going to be kept. Cool. We've wanted Josh Achimpong to stay the whole time. Just play him, for goodness sakes. The brother couldn't get any minutes, and all of our centre-backs suck. He could have got every available minute that Tosin got. And if he makes mistakes, cool. I'll firm it. You're 19 years old. I'll deal with that. You can make mistakes. Not Tosin, who's my oldest player. But all we're hearing right now is players that are potentially staying or leaving. Cucurella's defo gone. Enzo Fernandez is defo gone. And yeah, they're defo leaving.
Do you think you'll end up at City?
If Real Madrid don't come in for him, but now we're hearing Mourinho wants a creative midfielder, which is just more of a hint that Enzo will be the guy.
But he's already got Arda there.
Apparently he wants another creative midfielder. That was the brief that we got yesterday from, I think, Mario Cortagena. I think that was the name. And like Real Madrid have been looking at him all summer anyway. It's just a case of the price tag because we apparently want, well, we're saying 120, but we'll take 85. So if a club comes in with 85 million or something for Enzo, he will be
Who
gone.
the fuck's giving you 85 million for Enzo? 1 second. Answer that super chat as well, bro. I'm coming back.
No worries, bro. Big up Fata, man. Hope you're good, bro. How many centre-backs can we get in the market that should be fitting in our wage structure? You could get plenty of centre-backs for our wage structure. It's just about who. Like, what centre-backs are we getting? What's the name? Because I don't think we're going to get another big name. I don't believe we're going to do that. So it just really depends on who the name is. But there's plenty of centre backs you could get around the wage structure, and centre backs are typically given lower wages than forwards anyway. Like we've seen this from the Marina days when everyone was begging for Rudiger and Christensen to get given contracts. Lacroix ain't gonna join us because of no UCL. He's looking for a UCL club. Diamande, I think he's on decent wages. Let me check. What's Lucaba's wages? Might as well pull this up. 120k a week. Yeah, we could do that. And then Diamande. 55k a week. Yeah, you could get those players. Murillo as well, but Murillo's just signed a new contract, so he's probably staying. Unless like you're looking to pay big money for him. Paying big money isn't the problem. We'll pay big transfer fees. It's the wages.
It's just the wages, isn't it?
Yeah, we won't pay the big wages. And that's been our biggest headache over the last few years. But in terms of the centre-backs, they all get paid less than forwards anyway. So, like, that isn't really the problem. It's just the intent. We haven't gone for centre-backs for years. It's like we're just allergic to it.
Yeah, but how many signings
really
do you need under Alonso to be serious, blood? Because it looks like you got holes all over that squad. If Cucurella's leaving, you need to replace him. If Enzo's leaving, you need to replace him. And then you could end up, then you really need to strengthen your attack as well. So
I'm looking at, honestly, for this forward depth, unless a massive name pulls up, just bring Jackson back. Just do Jackson, João Pedro. At least they're both like different profiles-ish. But go get me 2 free centre-backs. 3 centre-backs. A left-back, a midfielder, a left winger, and a striker. That's what we need. So already looking at about 3 centre-backs, left winger, striker. No, not striker. Centre midfielder and a left back. So you're looking at 6.
Brother, man said 3 centre backs. Like we need 3 centre mids. I hear it, bro. Man need a whole centre back.
Rip it up and start again. Keep Achimpong, keep Colwill. I don't really care what you do with Sarr. One of Trev or Fofana can stay. I don't really mind if you sell both of them, to be honest. But you need to overhaul the entire back line. And why won't Chelsea do all of that? Enzo's gone, so you need to replace the midfield. Cucurella's going, so you need to replace it at left back.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get rid of Liam Delap. They're trying to shop him everywhere. So you're going to bring in Jackson.
Who do you think he could end up at? Like Liam Delap's like a proper like Everton player or something.
Everton wants him. That's one of the clubs.
Yeah, he's Everton a proper David Moyes Everton because he likes like the Mikel Antonio, the battering ram centre forwards, innit? That's what Moyes likes.
Yep, and for the left wingers, Garnacho and Neto are already on the market, so they're up for sale. They're looking to go and bring in left wingers to replace that. So like they will do all of that. It's just like part of it might come down to outgoings as well. That's the only thing I'll give. But I do believe at least a chunk of these players will be leaving. One of Neto or Garnacho will go this summer. One of them.
Bro, I didn't even realize how much you have to do, bro. Like, now I can see how much you have to do. It's kind of... I can't lie, Lewis, bro. Like, respectfully, I ain't even worried about you.
Bro, there's no reason to.
I ain't even worried about you.
Now.
Like, bro, Cucurella is one of your best players and you're losing him and you're not going to replace him with a better player than him because there's not many out there. So you'll downgrade
the depth. I like Hato and Cucurella, but Hato's out.
But you'll downgrade at left back, and then Enzo I don't rate like that anyway. And your attack stinks. So it's one of them ones. But Alonso's shape I think suits you. You're gonna play 2-10, so you might see a better Cole Palmer in that system. And I guess Esteval can also play in that 10 role.
And
João Pedro can play in that 10. So I think the creative side, them man there, they might be a bit better, but you need a proper striker then. Or you're gonna play. I guess you could play Jackson there, innit? I guess Jackson up front and play João Pedro behind him with Cole Palmer, which would actually be decent.
Actually, yeah, because like Nicholas Jackson, because he's a runner, he'll create space for the pair of them.
So playing João Pedro in behind him might actually be a decent shout.
That could actually work. Palmer and João Pedro behind Jackson would actually, that's profile-wise, that's not bad.
And then if you're thinking of it in like a front three type way, then you could have João Pedro coming off the right, and that negates the need for me even needing any of those dusty left wingers starting. That might kill two birds with one stone. Then it's like the main thing for me is just at the back. Sort out the back line, and then everything else slowly will be a little bit better by itself because we won't be conceding stupid goals every single game. That's my main problem. But they all know that as well. The main thing is just getting these guys out. Trevor Chalobah is comfy. The brother's Chelsea born and bred. He ain't trying to leave. Wesley Fofana's on 200k a week. He's my joint highest earner. He ain't trying to go anywhere. These guys, like, they're the ones you got to push out. Tosin, for some reason, I'm hearing rumors that they want to keep him. And I'm thinking, what does he have over these sporting directors? He got Joe Shields nudes or something. Just get rid of him. I don't care if he's a leader.
It's probably the off the pitch stuff. He's probably like good in the dressing room. You know them ones. Players like Tosin, he's at that age now, and because he's come through the whole academy system all the way through, he's probably got the banter on Smash. He's probably one of them guys that everyone just loves, and he's just a good lad. Like them man there, you're not getting rid of. I'll be real. He'll be there till he's 36, bro.
Well, I'll be real. You better be like the Scott Carson or something. You're chilling, but you ain't touching the pitch. Not for anything, especially one game a week. If you're going to just keep him as like the jester on the bench, you do that. That's fine by me. But if I see him wearing a Chelsea shirt on a pitch again, it will be too soon. There's no reason for me to see that. That immobile piece of shit is not going to do anything for me, even in the Carabao Cup second rounds. I don't need that. I don't need that. But get rid of everybody else and bring me some upgrades at the back. Everything else can be sorted out by itself.
Financially, do you need to sell to buy? Is that the situation you're in? Because you've got a lot of guys that need moving on anyway.
It seems like it because like we still have the UEFA squad cap rules over our head. I didn't think it would be the case with no Europe, but apparently it still counts. So yeah, we kind of do need to sell to buy, but that don't really worry me. We've got so many children here that you could sell at some decent amount and make a break even or make some profit. You can pull 200 million out of your back foot if you do it well enough. Maybe even more. Like I've already looked through like all the players that I would personally sell. If you
what are they saying Cucurella's value is? You're going to lose money on him, aren't you? Because you're not going to get the obviously you're not going to get 60 million from him now.
Yeah, but it's about getting market value or like the value of
you'll get market value for him.
Or like the value of his contract as well, which you could get about 40 million for him right now.
Yeah, his book value, 40 million, which is calm.
Enzo Fernandez, you're looking to get you're looking to get 80, 85 million. Jackson, if he goes 30, Delap, you could get your money back. I think you could still get 30 for him. Garnacho, you could get about 30. Fofana's another 30. Trev's 20. Like, you start looking at it like that, and that's only just the players off the top of my head. There's still a few other players that I'm not really thinking about like that. You could get 200 to maybe even 300 if you really sell them well over that. But you'll be able to sell to buy. Having like a group of young players means that you'll be able to sell them still on potential, and someone will buy them for that.
Man said I just watched a video. Shout out Goonie as well, man.
Yeah, big up Goonie.
Man said they're in plus 3 billion debt. They need to sell players, and yeah, this is the book value. That's what I mean by book value. Yeah, they'll be able to get the book value because obviously you divide how much they paid by the years on their contract. So yeah, Cucurella's book value will be quite low now because he's been at Chelsea for how many seasons? Is it 3?
4, I think. 4. Yeah, 4 seasons.
So yeah, his book value is probably going to be less than 30 million, to be honest now. So Chelsea will make a profit on paper on him probably because they'll be able to get more than 30 million for him.
Yeah, and in terms of depth, like these guys have been in depth from when they bought Chelsea because they had to take a bunch of loans to buy out the club. And that's going to come into play next summer. So I think for now, like there's not really too much to think about. But if they can't pay Aries management the money that they owe by next summer and they can't restructure the finances in a way that suits them, they're just going to take all the shares of the club. And that means I got Blueco out, so whatever. And they'll just sell them to an owner that is serious.
So that don't really worry me too much. Like if the debt gets too much, they're just gonna like take the shares of the club. Calm. Ain't no problem for me.
Hey, your owners though, man. I remember when they came in and people were thanking Roman and them man there for picking the right owners and that they're gonna spend all this money, and bro, they've turned you man into a scrapyard, brother. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's sure it is so. I think we were all naive at the time, and also especially for me, like because I was just glad to see the dickheads that had me finishing 12th out the club. Like, I was glad you can fuck off, you can fuck off, and you can fuck off. But they've been naive through every step of the way. All we've done is ask for centre-backs and ask for sub-experience around this youth. And then we would be a lot higher than where we are right now. Right now, we're sitting in 10th. And you look at it, right? The squad is still 1 or 2 windows away. But the problem is, I've asked that for how long? That's no longer anything that I can give you the benefit of the doubt about. And now it's just pissing me off. Because we have been 1 or 2 windows away for years.
Yeah.
How many years are you going to keep doing this shit? Xabi Alonso is like the last hope, but that hope is only for like the fans, not in terms of like Blueco. The belief in them is still at rock bottom. We're just glad that there's one manager there with a voice. Does that voice mean anything? Will he still have the final say? I'll wait to see on that one because you're not getting the benefit of the doubt from me anymore. I gave you that for like 3 years. I even gave you last summer off because of the World Cup victory and you spat in everyone's faces. That's why bringing in Xabi Alonso, it don't really mean too much to me right now. All it means is that my team ain't going to lose every week. Great. Yeah. But our cap is still top 4. I don't want
what's the general feeling about Alonso as a manager?
What do you mean? Like because of the Liverpool
a man rating him like are the fans actually rating him?
Yep. We're so, I think Chelsea fans are so accustomed to seeing like names that they've never heard about. The fact that it's just a name that they're familiar with and is also a proven winner. Everyone's behind it. Also because like Liverpool history and everything, he's got a chance to win trophies with us. That works for the rivalry stuff and everything. But everyone's behind this. It's the first name that Chelsea recognize in ages. Very easy for us to get behind him. But with the same breath, they're going to be onto him very quickly if things don't work out because of the Liverpool background. You're just going to start hearing bare anti-Liverpool chants.
That's the problem, though. That's how I felt about Tuchel managing England. It's like, yeah, it's all fun and games until he loses. Do you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, everyone's true feelings are going to come out. This is why these appointments are risky. You know what I'm saying? They're very, very risky because if they do well, yeah, facts about Benitez as well. If they do well, then cool, he's one of our own. And if they don't do well, do you know what I'm saying? The man will remind you real quickly that, yeah, well, you're not from here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're a dirty scouse, you know. All of that.
Yeah, Benitez, bro, even Poch to a certain degree as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Even Poch to a certain degree. A lot of people didn't want Poch because of his affiliation with Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as it went sour, man, you get me? Man, I remember. So this is why this Alonso one, I think is sensitive. You know what I mean? I think it's one of them ones where it's going to be great while it's great. Do you know what I'm saying? But if things go sour, it's going to go sour fast. I don't think that he's going to get the patience that he probably actually deserves for his ability as a manager. Because he deserves patience. But Chelsea fans ain't going to forget that man's a Liverpool player. They don't want to forget.
And Chelsea fans don't really like possession football like that. We saw that through Maresca. We saw that through Maurizio Sarri. So like when things get bad and the football starts to look stable and like sideways and boring, wait till you hear what the Bridge is on. Because the Bridge just can't handle that sort of football and they're too stupid to understand it, respectfully.
Yeah, I think he's got to start fast, innit? And the funny thing about it is, the fact that they've brought him in and they've given him a manager role instead of a head coach role, kind of tells me that your owners are accepting that they don't know what they're doing, innit? And that was the only way to maybe entice Alonso into coming in. So if it doesn't work out, even though it's their fault, you know what I'm saying? They've got another scapegoat in Alonso because they can say, cool, we gave you the keys to, do you know what I'm saying? We gave you the keys to the vehicle and you're not driving it properly. So I just think it's a weird situation, isn't it? I think it's a very, very weird situation at Chelsea at the moment, man. And obviously, I haven't seen any players being linked to your club right now that make me think that next season is gonna be like you man are gonna be in a convo, like at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm seeing the odd Barcola link and Adam Wharton link for Liverpool and stuff. Like, I can't, brother. I'm not seeing you man link with no one. Like what's going on?
All I've seen is like Wharton, Alex Scott, Bruno Guimaraes, and
so what, to replace Enzo, one of them?
Yeah. That's all I've really heard. I haven't heard anything about any left wing replacement.
Man said it's too early, brother. Gordon is in Spain speaking fucking Catalan. He's speaking Catalan, bro. How is it too early? Brother, you know, man's done the full interview. You know what I'm saying? How can it be too early? It's not too early. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing bare links for Man United. Arsenal got a couple links, a little Morgan Rogers and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Liverpool got a few links and that. Even PSG getting linked with, man, and they just lifted the Champions League. It's not too early. What are you, man, doing? Your owners are sitting on their hands, bro.
We're literally just doing nothing but trying to sort outgoings. So that's because I'm really trying to think now. Who have we been linked with? No, Lewis Hall don't want to leave the North. He's not coming back to London.
He's coming to Man United, bro. Lewis Hall, blood. I swear down.
I saw, I think it was Sam C, who's a United reporter. Lewis Hall don't want to leave the North. That's done. Forget that.
Hall,
Jared Bowen. That's it. The relegation bargain bid.
Hold on, what? You've been linked with Jared? Jared Bowen wouldn't go Chelsea from West Ham.
The links are there, isn't it? I don't really know.
Ain't he married to Danny Dyer's you or something like that? Brother, my man can't go over for Christmas dinner if he goes to Chelsea.
Yeah, but with that in mind, I don't really know if he's leaving London like that.
I think he's staying at West Ham,
like a relegation clause for like 20-30 million. So they're just thinking it's a pretty cheap snip. And he'd be some decent depth. I don't mind him as depth. I think that'll be okay, but it doesn't really solve too many problems for me. So it's like, cool, you're here. Next. What are we doing now? Love. But the same way, he'd probably still be my best starting left winger. So can I even complain that much?
Hey, bro, it's dark, Chelsea fans. I can't lie, bro. It's real dark. It's real fucking dark. I'm saying, man, I still got Garnacho.
Nothing until the season starts and I know what players I have. I'm not saying a word.
Nah, bro, at least you're being respectable, bro. What's going on with Garnacho? Is he staying? Because I was hearing like Milan links and stuff and they're going quiet now. What, you man stuck with Garnacho for another season?
He's on the market. They're trying to flog him off anywhere, but Garnacho, like, we saw how much Garnacho wanted to stay here. To join us last summer. He was rejecting Bayern. He rejected Bayern Munich for us.
That's not real,
I don't know
man.
if you remember that, but Fabrizio dropped that tweet. He rejected a Bayern Munich approach before they got Luis Diaz.
No, Garnacho wingback for Alonso, bro, is going to feed families, you know.
Like, I want him gone so much, but I don't really see it unless we get crazy money because he don't want to go. He's happy to be here in London. So he might be stuck with that scrub for another season, but you're not going to start for me. That's a guarantee. You're not starting for me. So I'll take that for whatever that's worth and whatever. Go and get me an upgrade on left wing. You can come off the bench in the 95th minute for all I give a damn. I don't care. Maybe that will force you out.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. Nah, but guys, you know what it is, yeah? I just feel like I'm in an alternate universe because normally, yeah, Chelsea football fans, yeah, are the ones getting giddy over transfers because, bro, Chelsea, yeah, have almost had the transfer market in a headlock since 2006, bruv.
And they've ruined that vibe. We don't care about the transfer windows no more because we just
20
get
years.
People we don't know about or we get linked to big names that we aren't serious about trying to buy. Yeah. So it's all just a pump fake. Now it's just like I am so indifferent when it comes to these windows. And I can never really give great response on them because half of these players are people I've never heard about. Like, we got linked with some 18-year-old left winger a month or two ago called Said El Mala. Have you heard of that guy?
Nah.
Neither have I. Neither have I. He had like 8 starts in the Bundesliga. What the fuck is he going to do for me? Great. You see why I don't care about the windows no more? This is the shit we get linked with. Just some random 18-year-old. You know how gassed I was when I heard we got given an academy ban? Fucking double that. Treble it. Because you man need to start bringing in some serious names.
Now, you man are treating the transfer market like the stock market. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. That's the problem with Chelsea, bro. This buy low, sell high shit doesn't work in football because there's no guarantees in football. But this is why I also don't believe in paying a large fee for an unproven player based on potential, because there's no guarantee in football, bro. So you don't pay 80 million for a Krupi or something like that based on what you think he's going to be, bro, because he's one injury away from not ever fulfilling his potential, bro. Potential is not worth money, bro. Like, not in football.
Lavia.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what I'm saying?
That brother really turned up for another Liverpool game and then just disappeared straight afterwards. And with this, if they walk away from Forest, you know who's number 2 on that list? Enzo Fernandez. And we're asking for less than what Nottingham Forest are doing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like he wants Real Madrid as the dream move, but he also wants to be paid alongside the highest paid midfielders in the league, and he wants to be competing for the major honours. Man City can still give that to him. Enzo Maresca had Enzo Fernandez playing some of his best football at Chelsea. He will gladly go to Manchester City with them. Chance to work under the wing of Rodri. Enzo Fernandez will do that immediately. So, like, if it's not Anderson, watch Man City and Enzo Fernandez. That could easily be the next move.
Yeah, for sure. He's already got a relationship with the manager. So I still think they will get Anderson, but bro, if Man City aren't willing to pay the valuation, that means Man United definitely are not. So Anderson could end up staying at Forest, and we saw it with Gibbs White. It's not impossible that he stays there, bro.
No, not unless he forces it himself. Because they're able to persuade or like gun behind.
Brother, Anderson is not gonna go on strike here with that owner. Let's keep it real, innit? Like, what's Anderson gonna do? Knock on Marinakis' door and threaten him? He's not gonna. What can he do? If Marinakis says this is the price, they don't want to pay it, you're staying. What's he gonna say? Nothing. He's gonna say what Gibbs White said. Do you know what I'm saying? Go home to your family and get on with it, mate.
Yeah, you're probably correct on that one.
What's he gonna do? Knock on man's door? Do you know what I mean? And try bad him up. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you might get the rest of your family kidnapped or some shit.
Trust me, bro. The Greek Suge Knight, bro. They don't fuck with him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
I rate it though. That's a proper gaffer. I rate it. He ain't getting bullied by nobody. I like that.
He's a real owner, bro. Like, if Daniel Levy was a gangster, he'll be Marinakis, blood. You know the ones there. Like, man said, oh, Levy's hard to negotiate with, but he just seems like the kind of bread that just won't answer his phone. Like, Marinakis will sit you down and he'll have his henchmen standing behind him like the Joker, blood. Like, it's different. So he can't go in man's office and demand a move. It's impossible. You can't even ask him to lower the valuation. I don't care. I want my 120.
Because Murillo also just re-signed long-term with them.
Yeah.
He could have easily had a big step up this season. He's like, nah, cool, I'll chill in Nottingham. All right, cool, fair enough.
It's crazy. So, yeah, I can't lie. I think there's a possibility that he still stays at Nottingham Forest if they can't come to an agreement, because we know that you can't bully Forest. We know that, bro. Like, they said that, brother, Gibbs White was supposed to be at Spurs, blood. I swear the deal was, apparently it was done, and then it wasn't done, bro, from what I remember.
Yeah, I think Spurs might have, like, maybe they knew about a release
clause in his contract they weren't supposed to know about or something.
Yeah, it was meant to be an NDA over it. It was like what happened with Elise with us a few years ago when we nearly got him, but we activated the buyout clause that we weren't meant to know about, and then we got sued over it. Cost us big time, to be honest. Fucking hell.
That's what I mean. So, bro, brother, I can't lie. Stranger things have happened, bro. If Anderson ends up signing a new deal in the summer, don't be surprised. You know that. I'll be
they
honest.
could be close to getting themselves straight back into Europe. They're now just back to 1 game a week.
Yep. That'll be interesting.
That'll be their own problem.
Nah, that's gonna be funny, bro. You know what I mean? So that's one to watch, guys. I thought that Anderson to Man City was a done deal. I thought that the 120 million was a bit of paper talk. Because remember before they were saying City were gonna get him for like 65 million, and I said no way. But then I'm hearing 100 and something million. I thought the truth was gonna be somewhere in between. If they are adamant that they're not budging and they want a British transfer record for Anderson, City might actually walk away from that. Especially, bro, they're under investigation and we're still waiting to hear what's going to happen about the 115 thing as well. So I don't even know if City want to spend too much money right now, bro. I don't really know. I don't know if they want to keep their cards close to their chest. Like, I'm not really sure what the energy's like over there.
Neither do I, but like Enzo, all I know is Enzo Maresca's really trying to push for Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Might even be over Elliot Anderson. So they're willing to put that money down. I don't know if they'll be able to reach the structure that Chelsea want potentially. Maybe they'll be able to pattern something on that, but if it ain't Real Madrid, it'll be Man City that he goes to because he ain't going PSG. Enzo Fernandez wouldn't last in France.
Nah, he wouldn't. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. They're saying that obviously personal terms between Anderson and City won't be a problem. It's like man said, it's club to club, innit? A Marinakis is not a mug, so I don't know. We're gonna see, guys. It's gonna be interesting, bruv. Obviously, I've seen that Anana's back, but that's normal. Like he's a United player, so obviously he's gonna be back at the club. He'll be sold though. So yeah, it just is what it is. Same with Rashford as well. Rashford's obviously gone to the World Cup, so he's not returning to the squad. I don't think he will return. I think from the World Cup, he'll go to wherever he's next going. I don't know where he's going. Don't care where he's going.
Didn't Fabrizio already say that like there's no route back for him with Carrick?
There isn't, bro. Like our owners have literally streamlined the wage bill so well, yeah. Which means that we can spend over 300 million this window if we want. We're not bringing him back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the worst case scenario for us is someone else pays his wages here next season, but we want to sell him. So there's no way they're going to integrate him back into the team.
Yeah, you're gonna just do the Sancho thing where you just flog him around Europe for whoever's going to take his wages.
It might end up being that. Do you know what I mean? Since Barca are trying to do the cheap thing, so I don't know, man. It's just one of them ones. I saw them links with Rashford to Arsenal. I would love that to happen, but it's not going to happen. I think they will get Morgan Rodgers
on loan to Bayern or something like that, just to sit on the bench for a season.
I think something like that's more likely to happen, on loan to Bayern or something. Do you know what I mean? But to be fair, if he gets a loan to Bayern, he'll win the league, and then he would have won the league 2 years in a row with 2 different teams. It makes his CV look good. I can't lie.
He ain't gonna complain. You get to go to another big club, you get a shot at the Champions League, you get an easy run at the Bundesliga, and you don't even have to play that much. The brothers just like Sancho and Rashford are just doing tours at this point. And they're vibing. They're playing football semi-regularly. They're still getting their money. Get your bread. Get your bread. I can't knock someone keeping their bread.
Yeah, if they're willing to pay his wages, I could see us letting him go to one of these teams, innit? But we just gotta wait and see, people. But I don't know, man. I'm liking the way that things are progressing with United in terms of the players we're being linked with, and I think we're due for an interesting window, man. I'm liking these Lewis Hall updates as well. Player, man. He's a baller. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we can end up getting Lewis Hall, and obviously Ederson and Fernandes, I don't believe this 80 million Fernandes stuff. It's just West Ham are puffing out their chest and basically saying to people, you're not going to finesse us, even though we've been sent down. They're trying to play hardball. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the truth will be somewhere in between that 50 and the 80. I reckon we'll get him for about 60 million. You know what I mean? Even if it's all like 60 plus 5 or something, but we're not paying more than that. So I'm not really worried about Fernandes. I think that he's worth the 60 mil, and I think we'll get him over the line. And then, honestly, depending on what happens with Hall, I think it's between Tonali and Baleba, because Tchouaméni, he's not leaving, bro. I can't lie. Real Madrid have said he's not leaving, and if Perez says he's not leaving, he's not leaving, because we already bought Cass from them. Do you know what I mean? And they didn't say Cass ain't leaving. They didn't say that. So if Perez is saying the youth's not leaving, he ain't leaving.
I'm just hoping we push for Bruno G first, because I think it'll be one of Tonali or Bruno G that leaves this summer, and that would be the Enzo replacement I go for, because he's at least got the leadership traits as well, and I feel like this team needs that a little bit.
Even at 29?
Yeah. Like, it could be a three-year deal for me or something like that. That's fine, because by then my other centre midfielders can develop a little bit. Andre Santos, I still rate. I don't think he's like pulled up a lot of trees this season or done anything mad special, but there's been good games, there's been off games. I still think there's talent there. You just need to give him a few more games and not play him under Rafinha all the time. Like, Maresca could have played him a bit more in that first half of the season. So yeah, I'd go for Bruno G as the Enzo replacement personally.
No, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, guys. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to keep an eye on all of that. If Hall is for sale, which he likely is because he fell out with the manager and he'd been holding the bench towards the end of the season, then Tonali is off the table, which means I think we get Baleba. And if we get Baleba, Fernandes and Edison, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I'll be honest. And Lewis Hall plus one attacker. I'm happy with that window. I'm very happy with that window, man. I think that's enough to make us robust enough to do what we need to do next season. Alex Scott, I'll be honest, I'm not sure, innit? You know what I mean? That's my honest opinion. I'm not sure. And usually when I'm not sure, it's more a no than a yes, innit? Usually when I see players, I'm sure. Or, you know what I mean? If I'm not sure, most of the time it's a no from me. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I need to do a bit more focused analysis on him to kind of work out what he really does well and what his USPs are. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, I've heard about the injury record. I've heard it's not very good. So, if he's going to be like a Romeo Lavia, where he's a really good player, but he can't stay fit, it's an absolute no from me, blood.
No,
multiple games a week next season, we can't buy an injury-prone player. That wouldn't be good business.
Yeah, not multiple games a week, but like Lavia's that's his own level of fucked. I genuinely don't know what I don't know what I'll go on for this guy no more. I really don't. I like Lavia. I'd still keep him because he's on relatively cheap wages and he's still young, but it's just taking the piss a bit, man. It's really I watch this guy play twice a year. Literally twice a year.
It's nasty, bro. Bro, he's more injured than Martial, bro, which is crazy. Because people used to bust joke about Martial, but Martial played way more football than Romeo Lavia.
Lavia just genuinely feels like a fort at this point. Oh, Konate.
Yeah, we saw the Konate thing already, guys. We seen it already still.
Yeah, that might just be the fab bomber. Yeah, it is. Here we go.
Agreement in place. 4-year deal, depending on if and when Fiorentino is re-elected, bro. So that's done. Liverpool. Oh, mate, Liverpool have to spend some money on a centre back as well. They got a big window ahead, bro. I don't think Liverpool can do everything they need to do to challenge next season. So next season is going to be a top 4 season for them. It's probably going to be a top 4 season for Chelsea as well. They're
probably going to use Jacquet.
But they're not going to use Jacquet next to that old ass fucking Steven Seagal with the ponytail, blood. They ain't like, bro, Van Dijk and Jacquet at centre back.
Maybe because they'll want they'll want him to learn off Van Dijk, innit? He be doing the leadership thing.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, my brother.
They spent a good amount on him. It would have been like what 50-55 million.
He's not ready, bro.
Going to be a little bit behind that.
He's not ready, bro.
I know it don't sound great because the brother's like 19, 20, something like that. He clearly like is.
But also, he's got no Premier League experience. By the time he settles in the Premier League, they're out of the top 4 race, bro. I can't lie. Like I just don't think it's a good idea, and it's too much pressure to put on a young player like that, especially a young player that just came in and then he got injured as well. So we don't even know how he's gonna recover from his injury. Like it's too much pressure. The same with Rio. I think Rio is a great talent, but if Liverpool start next season, yeah, thinking about Rio as a starting player, yeah, they're not going nowhere.
I hear it. It's not to say that they won't do it, but I hear it. Because they still put a good ton of money down on him, and like they're going to want to integrate him.
Yeah.
And he's meant to be like a very good talent for his age. So it's like if he shows that, he shows that. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
I hear it.
But there was a ton of hype for him for his age because we were linked with him as well in January. We were talking about paying.
Yeah, I thought he was going to you lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I weren't even too keen on it because, again, not experienced. But my thing is, if this whole thing is about getting the best before they become the best, and you're that assured that Jacquet is going to be next up, stop wasting my time and put the money down while I'm dying out here. With my
facts.
Just put the money down. They didn't do that. They brought back Mamadou Sarr to barely play him. And then he only got one start at right back against PSG and got cooked in 6 minutes. And we ain't seen him since. Waste of time. Waste of time. The brother won man of the match in AFCON and like didn't get to build on it just because of Blueco being idiots. And that's what they'll do. They'll throw people under the bus. Liam Rossinha was their guy. Now he's the face of cuckery now. All because Blueco used him and then just spat him out.
Yeah, facts. And yeah, big up for this comment. Bro, I told you, man, Jose is going to build the Galacticos, blood. Man said Konate, and they're trying to get Dumfries as well. Jose loves a pace and power team, bro. He really does, innit? He's going to try and turn Real Madrid into that team to combat Barcelona's kind of finesse, bro. Just a team full of brutes, innit? That's what he's going to try build, innit? So
yeah, you can't have any Hotel Galactico.
It's going to be crazy, bro, what Jose does over there, man. We'll definitely be locked in, innit? I'm just waiting for Osimhen to pull up, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He's been linked to Tottenham, but we'll see, innit? We'll see, man. But yo, what you got coming up? Rotted, was that the weather?
Yeah, bro. Thunderstorms are a madness right now. The weather started to drop down a bit. Now we're getting rainstorms for the next week or two.
Nah, I heard rain this morning, but man ain't got no thunder or nothing like that where I am, so they're lucky. What are you telling me anyway? What you got coming up?
Probably gonna go live later today, just do like a transfer roundup show, and then just up and down for the week because now's like the little break period before the World Cup starts. So I'm gonna just enjoy that for a little bit, but we'll still be live every now and then.
Hold on, what?
Ha 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 ha! All right, man.
Atletico.
I actually believe that because Ben
What
Jacobs
happened to Barcelona?
Atletico were interested as well. I just don't know where Barcelona have to sell a defender first. Then they're going to enter the talks. Atletico Madrid don't need to, and they're more willing to just start now. But Ben Jacobs is related to one of the people in the consortium at Chelsea. So this is very, very realistic. The 60 million is not realistic. I don't know where you're getting that.
You know, 60 mil. If you get your money back on him, that's a great deal, bro. I can't lie.
If you do it, 40 million, just 40 million and bounce in it, man.
Man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Crazy.
You lot keep an eye. Obviously, the link to Lewis's channel is in the title. You already know what time it is. Back at 4:30 with Don, people. Do you know what I'm saying? So, big up, everyone. Make sure you smash the likes. 4:30, we're back here, guys. The show from yesterday, man. So, big